1 on Friday. Small child is here running around, so we will try. The main reason for this video is to explain why Tony quit his full-time job and
why we do Lego.
Why we do Lego from home. Basically, why you quit your job and decided to work from home. About 4.5 years ago, I got diagnosed with a really, really rare form of early onset Alzheimer's. I am number 38 in the world, or was at time of diagnosis, with the mutant gene. It is hereditary.
Arguably 38. Your sister and yourself share 38, what's it, 39 or 37?
38, 39.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and my sister both got diagnosed. Yeah, it is hereditary. So I have a good probably 10 years left.
10, 15?
10, 15,
yeah. Debatable.
It is early onset, so I'm actually just about to turn 38 next month. So, yeah, it is very early onset. My mum went into care about 5 years ago. She should have been in care probably a few years before that, but Dad didn't want to. So.
And she's 65 this year, I believe.
Yeah. So with that, there is no treatment in New Zealand. There's no cure for Alzheimer's, as we all know, but there is no treatment in New Zealand. A doctor in Australia reached out to me and my sister a few years ago. The institute is doing a observational study and a medical study as well into our rare form of Alzheimer's. So we actually went over to Oz. It's probably about 4 years ago now, because we were due to go back in 2020.
Yeah, I think 18 was the year, and then 2020 we were due to go back.
Yeah, so in 2018, me and Tony and my sister and her partner at the time went to Australia for a week, 5 days, and we did an observational study where they ask you, blue door, remember these words, blah, blah, blah. I had an hour-long MRI, a lumbar puncture that went horrible, 2 PET scans in Melbourne. What else was there?
Can't remember, there was quite a bit.
Yeah, and Tony also sat down and talked to Dr. Brooks for over an hour as well. So then COVID hit, so we meant to do it every 2 years, and then COVID hit. So that was 2020, we couldn't go. And then a couple of days ago, I got an email from the team saying, hey, can you come back over? And of course, I'm like, yeah, because even though this isn't going to help me as such, it's all the information that they can get from me, from my brain, blah, 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 is going to help the future generations. My children have a 50-50 chance of carrying the gene. They can choose if and when they want to find out. What that entails is they sent my blood to England to be tested. So it was quite weird. But yeah, so I'm off. It's a bit different this time. We're going on 2 trips. Me and my sister are off to Oz for 2 nights to do some of it together. And then 2 to 8 weeks later, me and Tony will go for another, I think it's about another 4-day stint. Yeah, so we thought we'd let you know this, with the changes coming up. You'll notice in the vlog.
The vlog will still carry ahead like normal. Obviously, when Pip's not here, or we decide that we're going away for the time over there, we'll just take a week off, and then we'll let people know. But we've obviously we've known for a long time. But it's one of those things that we never really have documented or let people know. And we've got a bit of a following now, so we feel like it's
only fair to let people know what's actually going on.
Yeah, and it's the main reason. Like, obviously, with not having all the time in the world to go, it's one of those unfortunate things. But we shuffled everything around in our lives to make the time to do whatever the hell we wanted, really. So that's why Lego has hit with us. At first, it didn't start off being that way. The idea started in my head, and it transpired as the years have gone on, and as things got a little bit more serious with Pip and how it was going to be. It was like, well, this is what we're going to do now. So I resigned from my job and then just took the Lego to the next level.
Yeah, he chose to basically spend as much time together as we could.
Yeah.
Before shit goes south.
And then the main reason why we actually decided to start the vlog was to actually look back in years to come and see the documented progress of how things went and how things were. You know, it's actually for my own benefit to actually look back, and maybe for other family members as well. When we look back, at things.
the kids can look back and see what.
But we appear to have a number of other viewers, which is
it's awesome. Yeah, so we thought we'd make this video just to let everyone know. You'll notice sometimes me and Tony joke about, I forgot to do that, and he's like, classic. Like, we do laugh about it because it's the whole thing. If you don't laugh, you cry.
Yeah.
It is classed as terminal, so that's fun.
Yeah.
But again, we choose to, what's the term? Enjoy the time rather than dwell on the time.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, I like to think of it as, and it's a bit morbid, but anyone can die at any point.
Yeah.
So we're all going to die of something. So it's not really, you know, huge in that aspect.
Yeah. God, sorry, I'm missing half my nails, so it's annoying me. Yeah. Any questions? Feel free. Like, we are open about it with anyone who asks. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's not my fault. Sucks it happened, but it's not my fault. What else? Yeah.
Oh, there is, just on the future side of it, there is the drug trial side of it.
Maybe a drug trial coming up. Yeah, that will either include going to Australia once a month for 4 years, or nipping down to hopefully Christchurch once a month for 4 years. They're trying to get a hospital in New Zealand to do the drug administration, administer the drug. That's weird, because it's an infusion. It's not just a take a pill. Like, I've got to sit with the drip. And again, I'm full willing to do the drug trial, even if I do get like the placebo, because anything that I can do to help the next generation or anyone else with this, they want to keep my brain when I die.
And cut it out and send it over.
Tony's had to sign a consent form because I've already said yes. Because it's so rare, the mutant gene. That when I pass away, they get told ASAP, and then my brain will get sent to Australia. So that's quite cool. But
so
that's us.
Yep. I just thought I'd, document something there.
Yeah.
Just chuck it out there so people know. I mean, if you've got questions.
People maybe wondered why I wasn't actually working. Like, I actually worked full time since my babies were babies. I got medically retired when I got the diagnosis, so I could spend time with my kids. Because I've worked their whole lives. But yeah, that's why I don't work. Medically retired.
Yeah. So we love what we do anyway.
Yeah. So we've
happy accident.
Yeah. Happy accident.
Yeah, it's gone quite well, and how we've actually progressed and grown. So we're really appreciative of the customers that we get, the audience and the following that we have. And we obviously didn't want to put things out there to start with to sort of have people only follow along based on certain reasons, We've always kept our health sort of, well, not my specific health stuff. I'm crazy enough as it is, but Pip's health stuff to ourselves. Yeah, we thought we'd just let you guys know when the time came that I was actually going back to Oz, so you guys didn't wonder why Tony was struggling to do shipping on his own, trying to use my sealer and my tissue paper and make a shit show of it. We're going to show Ella how to do that. Yeah. So the kids are staying at home for the first time. The kids stay at home. They know what's going on. So I'm going to leave Tony and my kids at home for a few days by myself. Oh, God. Yeah. But yeah, any questions, again, just ask. Completely open book. But yeah, thank you for watching.